Hi, everybody. If you're like me, you haven't gotten a lot of work done today focused on the bracket, day one of the 2015 NCAA tournament. But I'm here in case you missed any of the action. I'll also give you my prediction for the games that haven't happened here in the second round of the tournament. So here we go. Here's what we got. We got Kentucky, the #1 overall seed. Everybody's got them going essentially the whole way. We've got the field of 67 other teams against the Wildcats, still going at even money. I'm going Kentucky over Hampton to take on the Cincinnati Bearcats, who just beat Purdue. I expect Kentucky to advance as we move down the bracket. West Virginia, Buffalo, Bobby Hurley, everybody talking about him, so I'm going to go with Buffalo, give them the big upset over the 12-5 matchup. Maryland, Valpo. Maryland just too good out of the ACC. I think the mid-major conference here doesn't have enough of a strength schedule of experience, and I'm going Maryland to advance into that round of 32 to take on Buffalo. Expect Buffalo to get on to that Sweet 16. As we continue down the bracket, Butler, Texas. Everybody chose Texas. It was Butler winning that big game, and of course Notre Dame over Northeastern. Now a lot of teams not talking about Indiana. Everybody going Wichita State. They had that great run last year, and because of that reason, I'm going to go with them again in 2015. Move them on to that next round. Kansas, New Mexico State. The Jayhawks have been notoriously bad in the NCAA tournaments when they're expected to win, but I think they're good enough to get past this New Mexico State team, and I've got them moving on as well. I'm going to go to the other side. Villanova taking care of Lafayette very easily. NC State, LSU. I'm taking LSU Tigers in this one big. They gave Kentucky a scare in that SEC championship game, so I'm going to take them to go on against Villanova, but I got Nova taking that next contest. UNI, Wyoming. Everybody talking about the Pokes. We're up here in Poke country, but UNI 30-3, and I think they're just too good this year, so I've got Wyoming falling in the first round of the tournament. Louisville, UC Irvine. UC Irvine, first time ever in the NCAA tournament. They've got their big guy, 7'6", Muhammad Njai, but I don't think they're good enough. Louisville just too good with Rick Pitino. I've got them moving on as well. Providence, Dayton. This is a huge, huge game. Dayton essentially a home game playing in Columbus, but I just don't think they've got enough. I've got Providence moving on there. Oklahoma, Albany. It's that dreaded 3-14 matchup. We saw two teams fall already in this pairing, but I think Oklahoma just too strong. Albany not going to have enough. I've got the first 3 seed to advance, and I got them taking on Providence in that next round. Michigan State, Georgia. Again, two great teams here, but so much history with Tom Izzo. I'm going Sparties, plus Drew Scheusser is from Michigan State alumnus as well, so if I picked against them, I think I'd have a rough couple of days at work. So we got Virginia, Belmont. I've got Virginia going here. Tony Bennett, one of my favorite coaches. Remember him when he was up at Washington State. Love to play for that man. Great, great coach, great philosophies. I've got them going very deep in the tournament. We're going to take a quick peek now at the other half of the bracket. Going to swing over here, close this out for you on our handy dandy touch screen. We can get technology to work. Thanks for sticking with us. We got Wisconsin taking on Coastal Carolina. I've got them going very deep. Again, a matchup with hopefully Arizona, who won in the first round. Oregon, Oklahoma State. I'm a Pac-12 guy, played at SC, so I'm going to take the Ducks here, but I got them falling against Wisconsin. Arkansas, Wofford. I got Arkansas definitely taking that. Razorbacks going to take on North Carolina, but Roy Williams group, I got them moving on to that next round as well. Xavier, huge, huge win. Georgia State, the big talk of the day, beating Baylor, but I don't think they've got enough to get over Xavier, but congratulations to Georgia State. Huge, huge win. Again, Kevin Ware played for Louisville, broke his leg, now on that Georgia State team, leading scorer in this one earlier today. So great win for them. VCU, Ohio State, we saw that go into overtime. Just unbelievable game, but they're going to get Arizona. I've got the Wildcats moving on. As we move to the other side of the bracket, Duke, Robert Morris, the Dukies really have an easy road, I think, to the Final Four before they get that matchup with the Zags and the 2 seed. I got Dookie moving on. San Diego State, St. John's, SDSU again losing to Wyoming in that Mountain West Conference Championship game. St. John's, very good team. Steve Lavin. I'm going to go as a little bit of homer pick here. SDSU, I'm going to have them moving on in the dreaded 8-9 matchup. Utah, Stephen F. Austin. I've got Utah going very deep in this tournament as well. Another Pac-10 favoritism, but they're just so big, so long, battle-tested. I think the second best team come out of the Pac-12 behind Arizona. And, of course, Georgetown, Eastern Washington. Got to go Georgetown here. Even though it's 4 seed, seems like the easy pick. We've got a lot of upset so far, but I'm going to go with them to take on Utah, and I've got Utah moving on past the Hoyas. SMU, UCLA, we saw that crazy goaltending three-pointer. It's moving UCLA on. They're going to take on UAB, who knocked off Iowa State. Big 12 not showing up very well at all here on the first day of the tournament. So UAB, UCLA, I'm going to pick the Bruins, another Pac-12 team, moving on to that next round. Great shot. Steve Alford doing a very good job down there in Westwood. Iowa-Davidson, this is another toss-up. I'm going to go Davidson, the small school here, on the upset. I think they're going to get over the Hawkeyes, who just haven't been good in the tournament in recent years. And, of course, the Zags to take care of North Dakota State out of the Stomach League. Again, that's Denver plays in that league as well. Not a very good competitive atmosphere this season. So we're going with the Zags to move on. Those are my picks here for the first and second round of the tournament. If you got any questions, shoot me your bracket. Let me know. Find me on Twitter at Themozknowz. And again, we want to hear how you guys are doing. Again, not getting a lot of work done, focused on the brackets, watching a lot of basketball. Again, it's my favorite time of year.